Well, howdy there, intermediate PSO second violin players, at least those that are playing second violin on two folk dances. We're going to go through your part today, and for the most part, your part's repetitious and you can play it, but there are a couple spots that I thought I'd go over with you. And this is going to be a little shorter video, and later we're going to send out a new audio for you to listen to. It will have the background, and somebody will be playing your part, the second violin part, and it probably will be my son Jason on that audio file that you'll have to practice with. So let's look at the two folk dances. You're going to want to get your music out, and we're going to look at the first movement. Nothing too difficult there, except for you have to remember that you're going to play that C sharp, and then on the second page there's kind of a little place where you want to get your bowing and intonation right. But starting with measure 4, just that one little passage for a few bars, you have that over and over. So I'm going to play that starting in measure 4. So if you notice on the G string, I was playing a high 3. That is a C sharp in there. And that's a note that's going to be harder to remember because you have a regular 3 on the D string. Okay, let's look at over to measure 49, or actually 48. And you have a nice little slurred passage there that you need to work on. This is the part that you got to practice because the other part's different but repetitious. This one is more isolated, a nice part, gives you variety, but you want to play it accurately. So you'll probably have to spend more time practicing these measures. So yeah. Let me do it again. I messed my bowing up on that one. So I'm trying to get the bowing right. It's so that's the part. If you have to play that slowly, practice it until it feels natural to you. It kind of has a little variation on measure 53, sort of similar, but this time instead of the slur going down onto the D string, it goes up onto the A string. So that part goes like this, starting at measure 53. Oh, I did that wrong. So you have to go down to that A sharp. You have a F sharp, A sharp, and then you repeat. So work on that part on this movement. Now the last movement has the one part that we practice in class. We go back to 1 flat. It's actually D minor, and you have a B flat in it. So you have a low 1 on the A string, you have a low 2 on the D string, a low 2 on the G string. So if you wanted to take this whole scale, we've done this many times, on measure 13. So once more on that. So it's a little different bowing there. It has the whole step in there to give that little kind of snake charmer feel to it. But if you practice that, you'll get most of it. The only other difficult passage is on measure 28. And this is the one that you're going to want to practice a lot. You want to start on the 4th finger on that. Your 4th finger on the G string, then you're going to play C sharp, D, low 1, regular 1, high 2, so you want to practice that until you can play that really well, better than I just did. You do that a few times, that part will just sing out. The rest of it is pretty straightforward. Make sure that you have a nice little ole at the end on the last two notes. And it is an up-down. Practice that until you get a lot of sound out of it, a nice big sound out of it, but that it doesn't sound scratchy and nasty. Happy practicing, you guys. I will talk to you soon.